John referenced WillPay Total, talked about the different verticals that it supports. My job for the next 15, 20 minutes is to actually explain to you the solutions behind WillPay Total and what the YESpay proposition will continue to be as well. You know, as we've talked about, we're looking at solutions that go from the store, the web, now into mobile, possibly into social media as well, and all of that through a single payment gateway. Just as a quick show of hands, how many people are retailers in the audience here? Great. How many are partners already working with YESpay? Okay, 4 or 5. Okay. How many are hoping to work with us? All of you. Yes, go on. Okay, good. So, you know, payments are adapting to different ways. One further question for our retailers. How many people have got a single channel at the moment that they're trading through and are looking to go into a multi-channel environment? Okay. How many are already doing multi-channel? Okay. And how many are doing omni-channel? Right. Okay, that's really good news. So not a single merchant put their hand up for omni-channel, but you do multi-channel, which is absolutely brilliant. So what we're going to help you understand and present to you further then is bringing some of these channels together and the benefits of really doing all of that. So in the first instance, and you all clearly recognize this, why go for an integrated solution? And maybe I should have added really why go for an outsourced solution as well here. But really, you know, John's covered a lot of these. Make it simple. Make it easy for your operators who are in store serving your customers. I assume many of you have transient staff, you know, college people, students coming along in the summer for jobs. Don't have a lot of time to train them. You need to keep the solution nice and easy for them to use. We've got to make it quick at the checkout. Even, you know, I mentioned in the customer list that I showed earlier, we have some very small merchants with maybe 1 or 2 tills in a single store. They still want the big merchant experience to be given to their customers. Fast at the checkout, single receipts, integrated approach. Getting more out of your point of sale is something that's fundamentally important. So today you may be running a retail application, doing all the good things that it does with an integrated payment solution, but how do you add a gift card? How do you add new features like pennies, for example? How do you add DCC? These are things that an integrated proposition that YESpay and WillPay will bring to you to help you upgrade that, so you maximize the return on investment on the IT infrastructure that you're deploying out there today. I think the other thing is I mentioned right at the beginning about end-of-life devices and changes that are going on in the industry in terms of EMV, in terms of PCI. It's our responsibility as YESpay and WillPay now to really ensure that you have future-proofness within your solutions. So if you're using a PED that's end of life, we have already, if not, or in the process of accrediting a new device for you. You could deploy that device seamlessly and run a multi-PED estate if you wanted to as well with YESpay. So these are things that integrated solutions benefit from. Adding value-added services, I've kind of covered that off a little bit. So as merchants, as partners, leave the complex certification and accreditation to us. Leave the upgrade to future standards like point-to-point and help you integrate those easily into your point-of-sale solutions to us. That's what we're saying here. Multi-acquire accredited, I think both John and I have both mentioned that. We will continue to maintain that focus going forward. So simplify your operations, help you introduce omni-channel, make it easier for you to bring all of these multi-channel environments together into one payment service. And that's really the proposition today. And then help you increase your footfall. So what does WillPay Total include? What are the services that YESpay offer today? I mentioned earlier we have a suite of products, as are EasyV branded, as opposed to WorldPay Total branded. But essentially, they map across to each other on a one-to-one basis. So where you have our solution, EasyV Retail, that's essentially WorldPay Total Retail. It's a pre-accredited end-to-end payment service for integration into traditional fixed EPOS applications. It supports multiple PEDs. It provides all the high online authorization and real-time settlement of transactions. We clearly have to support all the card types that you want to do and all the transaction types that you support, from sale, refund, cashback, cancel, etc. And of course, cardholder data that is within our payment service is never exposed to your retail application, another aspect of maintaining PCI compliance going forward. John touched upon tokenization. This is becoming fundamentally important because today, many of you may have been capturing cardholder data for CRM and marketing purposes. Can't do that anymore. So we tokenize the card at the point of sale. You can now hold a token. I've bought something online and I need to come and collect it in store. I will present my card and it gets referenced with the token for the delivery of those goods. So very fundamentally important. It might be, and I'll come on to e-commerce in a moment, but you use a token for payment as well. And keeping it simple, making it nice and easy is really what it's about. Now, I'm not going to go through the technical detail of this. I'm not expecting you to read this, but what I'm trying to illustrate here is that in a card-present environment, your point-of-sale system, which could be a kiosk, an EPOS till, or a hospitality retail system, is really above the line of anything to do with the card handling of the credit-debit card transaction. Everything below the dotted line is the world of YESpay and WorldPay, where we manage the transaction end-to-end for you. The whole solution from PED all the way to acquirer via our gateway service is certified with WorldPay, with other acquirers, and it is fully PCI certified. And Chandra, following the break, will talk about how we're implementing our point-to-point strategy for you to ensure you're further out of the scope of PCI going forward. So really, this is the world that we're concentrating on, letting you focus on the retail side and really being a retailer. I mentioned about keeping it simple, complete the sale on an EPOS till, select pay by card and follow screen prompts. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this type of process and the whole end-to-end cycle from pressing the enter button once you put your PIN in to a response back is circa 3 to 5 seconds. Now, I've shoulder surfed when I'm in the supermarket looking at the till operator that's serving me, and you can see these pop-ups. I'm sure many of you use these to simplify the operation. Hospitality, again, WorldPay Total Hospitality, EasyV Hospitality. Same solution, same product, fully accredited. This is very much designed for pay-at-table services. In fact, we've taken the hospitality proposition slightly further forward and used the same sort of implementation in an assisted selling approach as well. And you can see that on demonstration over there during breaks. But effectively, with a tablet, an iPad, I could be running a web browser POS application. So I've now taken my fixed POS into a mobile POS. I hold a VX680 terminal. And I can complete a sale between the two devices in an assisted selling approach. So really, it's about creating that mobilization of staff within your store. That's also part of the hospitality solution. I talked about kiosks. Chip and PIN has really helped a lot, and I know we've got a couple of our partners who focus very much within the self-service or kiosk environment. This is really about enabling different solutions. We've got cashless solutions happening. We've got photo booth solutions, car parking, you name it. You can put most of things in a self-service kiosk environment. Even as a store, you could put a catalog, as many of our merchants are doing now, on a kiosk, give the consumer a shopping experience to go up to the kiosk and have the products home delivered. So you're extending your sale capability within your store environment. And again, aspects of tokenization, point-to-point encryption, are all fundamentally part of our solution here. EasyV Internet, WorldPay Total online. Here, via hosted pay page, we descope you from PCI. We can skin and brand the hosted pay pages so they look like your corporate website, so the consumer gets the same look and feel. Security features such as AVS, CVV, and 3D Secure all form part of it. Now, WorldPay itself has WorldPay Gateway as well, their own very powerful e-commerce platform, and we're looking at bringing those two platforms together to provide full omni-channel capability. The WorldPay Gateway, in fact, provides a number of additional security features as well, which we're integrating together as time goes forward. And call center, mail order, telephone order services. So you can see here that the aspects that YESpay has been dealing with for many, many years, we've mapped these across into WorldPay Total as a single offering via the WorldPay family. Reporting becomes fundamental. I like going to Barbados. I can sit there, but I still want to check my stores and be happy that stuff is going on. The stores are still transacting. There's no issues going. I can still see the money hit my accounts as well through the report portals. Do that through a smartphone, do it through a web. But also what it means at store level for you, your store managers will get visibility, should you desire them to have that, of the transactions they're doing daily. It might be that you need to move point of sale around your store because you've got busy areas. People will go to one area, you've got some quiet pods, move them around. You know, a bit of management information to help you with that. But what we're doing here is providing you full, real-time, down to terminal level transaction reports. Blend that now with the acquiring reports that you're going to get through WorldPay, and it becomes a very powerful MI service for you going forward. So that's the traditional stuff, but what about some value add? And I'll just touch on one of the solutions here about gift card, because I think we're seeing more and more merchants actually embracing a card-based gift card solution as opposed to vouchers. We're seeing them all the way through, but it's got to be part of an integrated proposition. So as part of our gift card offer, EasyV gift card, this is, again, an outsourced and managed service for you. You don't have to deploy any servers. You don't have to have any IT within your environment. It's all web managed from us. So providing merchant portals where you can create your gift card scheme, create your batch files for cards that you want to have produced, maybe put an expiry date, maximum value load capability, whatever rules for the gift card you can create and manage through a merchant portal. You can also, that sort of looks like a bit like this really, you can place your orders, take the card production file and produce the cards yourself really, through a bureau you may use today. You can look at all the transactions and the reporting through this as well. Again, vitally important. Remember, as merchants, you will own the float within the gift card solution as well. We felt it was important to give a cardholder portal as well. You know, at the end of the day, this is money on a card. I, as a cardholder, might want to register my card. In case I lose it, you know I've still got £10 on there. You can reissue me a new card. I might want to transfer balance from my card to my family. Let them go and spend in-store as well, but transfer value. So various nice features within that, but also I can then look at the transactions I'm doing or my family's doing as part of a collective gift card that we have. So hopefully I've given you a good idea of what we're doing as YESpay and what our proposition is in terms of the solutions we offer and how they map across onto WorldPay Total. Just going to play a very short video on some of the innovation that you're now going to see from YESpay. bit of an abrupt ending, but I think what we're talking about here is some really exciting innovations now. This is really where we want to take you to the next level of payment experience and retail experience for your customers. Mobile, assisted selling, standalone terminals, Facebook, and integrated POS for micro merchants and so forth. This is what we'd like to move on at the next stage of the conference this morning. But you're going to hear a lot about these exciting innovations coming forward, and hopefully you'll see and understand where they can fit in within your organization. I'm going to let this sort of play forward a little bit as well. This is a, oops, worked before. There we go. What we're doing is moving into a new area of commerce as well. As I mentioned to you, one of the things about Facebook is that you're invariably not able to transact within a Facebook environment. So we're now, as part of a storefront within the social commerce environment, enabling you as merchants, enabling you as partners to implement online Facebook commerce. We have the tools. We have it as a hosted payment service. We have it as a way of hosting your products and applications. We have value-add applications such as the wallet that you see we logged in through a wallet interface here to ease the whole payment cycle. We're moving into tablet integrated point of sale. This is really targeting, the micro merchants, irrespective of the things that we're going to talk about in a moment. How do we get point of sale onto a tablet, ensure that we can continue that same fixed POS shopping experience and conclude sales in that environment? I think the other area, which will come up in a moment, is really putting the POS onto your smartphone as well. So now as a micro merchant, I may just have a dozen products that I really sell as a small merchant, but I go door to door doing this. I could now have a little point of sale on my phone, have it integrated with a PIN pad terminal that allows me to then do card present, chip and PIN on the move. And these are things and innovations through mobile web that we're going to look to bring forward to you as well. So hopefully this morning, the first couple of presentations with myself and John, we've given you a great idea of what YESpay and WorldPay are bringing to you in terms of a full omni-channel, end-to-end payment service. I'd like to open the floor for any questions before we take a short break.